All right, let's spin Hector. First of all, this is the picked locks. Now, as you can see, there's still a lot of debris in this. So I'm going to say that I would not pick this fleece and spin it like that because it's going to have so much debris in it. It's just going to itch like crazy and it's going to ruin the yarn. So we're going to skip this prep. We're going to go straight to flip blocks. Now, the first thing I want to do is grab my marker roving. And since we're doing all knit samples on this, I'm going to spin for knitting. So that means we're going to spin our singles Z or clockwise, and we're going to apply S or counterclockwise. Now, your experience may be different, but in my experience, when I'm doing crochet, having a Z ply makes it much easier to work with. Because I'm doing knitted samples with this, I'm going to spin Z, ply S. So first thing, charge up my leader. And I'm going to start with some blue roving. All right. So there's a bit of a lead. Now we're going to grab a flicked lock. And we're going to spin that up. Now Hector is a BFL Clun Forest cross. So I'm curious. Oh my goodness. This is lovely. It's just sliding into the draft so nicely. The crimp is just divine. Okay, this is beautiful to work with, guys. Wow. Okay, let's do a ply back sample and see if we're getting enough twist in there. Oh, well, here's our answer right there. We need to add more twist to this. So there's a ply back sample. You can see there's definitely not enough twist in there. So let's see if I can get it to hold out long enough to rethread. And I'm going to use a smaller whirl, which will add more twist per inch. I don't know what my ratios are because I don't really care. Some people like technical spinning, in which case you can figure out your ratios. But for me, I just need to know bigger whirl, less twist. Someday I should force myself to do a completely technical spin just to see if I can do it. I doubt it because I'm just not a technical spinner, but maybe. So this is spinning up nice and fine. I could probably go finer if I wanted to, but I'm happy with this right here. So this fleece is very interesting. It's got some BFL characteristics, but the Clun Forest is just giving it like a crimp that you don't get with the BFL, like a grippiness. BFL tends to be very, very silky, which is one of the reasons I love it. And it seems like the Clun Forest has sort of, I don't want to say damp that down because it hasn't destroyed it in any way. It's just changed it. It's a little fluffier, I guess, from the Clun forest. It's lovely. All right, there we have our picked. Put in a little bit of blue as a marker because we're going to change preps. All right, now we're going to do some roll eggs. Let's see how it drafts off of this. Okay, it's very grippy in the roll egg, which could be my prep. Nope, it's just grippy. But it's not so grippy that you can't draft it. It's just grippy. I know, I make a lot of sense. Not. Yeah, the Clun forest is definitely giving it some fluff. Now, when I'm spinning woolen, I just surrender to the chaos. It always comes out slubby and uneven, and I don't mind. That's how I like my wool, my yarns, to be kind of rustic. Dr. Chaos, after all. We're just using that Fred draw, which is our short long draw, because I hate saying short long draw, so we called him Fred. All right, there's the last of our Fred draw. Just gonna move that. Gonna grab a little bit of blue BFL to designate we're changing drafts or preps again. So now we have our combed top. Now this is sort of a hybrid draft thing that I do, and I don't know why, but I find for worsted it works great for me. I'm doing like a short backward draft, smoothing that twist in, but rather than putting it right onto the wheel, I'm working back to my hip and then I put it all on the wheel at once. And for some reason, this is just an enjoyable draft to me. Let's see how it's looking in a plyback sample. Oh, I forgot to do one of those on the roll eggs. Oh well. So here's my plyback sample. There, hopefully you can see that. My consistency sucks, and it could probably use some more twist to be a really good worsted. So let's take that twist up a bit. So we're smaller whirl means putting more twist in it. And we'll grab our last little ball of fluff. And away we go. I'm going to increase my uptake a little bit there. All right, so that's the end of our comb top. Just gonna grab some blue. So we have a leader. Okay, that should give us enough. So we can do a comparison in the swatching. I'm just looking to see if I have enough time left. Yep, still got 20 minutes. I need to download all my filming off my camera. And we're running out of space. Here we go. Got my lazy Kate. Although she is not lazy. Girl has been working hard. Grab another bobbin. Pop that on. Oops. There we go. Yes, I did just tuck that end under my belly to hold it there. Hey, I'm going to have the belly. I'm going to make it work for me. And honestly, I look chubbier than I am because I'm always sitting. So, of course, you know, it makes my belly look even bigger. And we're going to lower the twist because we're going to be chain plying. I'm always adjusting my head just so that my band doesn't get stretched as quickly. You only want enough pressure on there to keep your flyer turning. All right. See, telling you, use your gut, man. All right, and here we go. S-plying. That should be putting enough twist in there. Oh yeah, so pretty. Okay, I'm not here to spin the BFL. I'm here to spin Hector. So let's get to Hector. All right, now we're on to Hector. So this is combed worsted Hector. Hector's a busy boy. He's been combed and worsted. Now I can feel the difference as I'm spinning between the BFL and the BFL Clun Forest Cross. Now, I am not saying that's a bad thing. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm just saying that you can feel the difference. But it is still quite lovely. Look at the definition we're getting in there. There is a little bit of a sheen from the BFL. I am not disappointed in this fiber at all. It is lovely. It's very interesting how crossbreeding can bring out different traits in the wool. And I imagine it's the same with the body type and the meat and all that stuff. Just that blend. And it's probably different for every sheep on how much they take from each side of their mixed parents. Now these are roll eggs. By their very nature, they're going to be fuzzier. And by my nature, they're going to be rustic, nippy and oily, little blurbs here and there, but still making a very nice yarn. It's got a lovely halo. It's very soft. All right, and now we're going to the flicked locks. Flicked locks. Just going to flip that over. Oftentimes when I increase the uptake when I'm spinning, it will embed the new single in the previously spun single, and it just kind of gets snarled up as I'm pulling it off the Lazy Kate. So I just need to adjust it a bit. All right, there we go. So there is our samples of Hector. So I'm going to do some more sampling with that, knit it up and whatnot, and I'll be back to show you the results. See you in a bit. All right, so here is Hector. He is a BFL Clun cross. And I have knit him up into a swatch. Here it is. Now we only did 3 preps on this. So we have a worsted, which is quite lovely, and it has a fair bit of spring to it. We have rolegs, and I believe these are flicked. Now you can see, maybe you can't, I can see. Hold on, let me see if we can get this into the light. All right, you can see the color difference between the 3, and that is due to the woolen prep. The color stays more light and airy in the woolen prep, but you get this very solid cream color in the worsted prep. But it's a lovely fleece. Let's check for next to the skin. I'm going to use a woolen, which would be pickiest. Yeah, it's a little rough. A mild exfoliation, not like a walnut scrub, more like just a sand rather than a walnut scrub, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to figure out a way to describe the hand of yarns, and the nearest I can come up with is that. If you've ever used like a walnut scrub versus like something with very, very fine particles in it, that's the difference. But Hector is quite lovely, and I'm very pleased with how he's turned out, and I look forward to working more with him. So if you like this, do the stuff down below, because I do stuff like this all the time. Thanks for joining me, guys. Dr. Chaos out.